Holy polar vortex! 5 degrees! That's minus 15 Celsius!
It's too cold out there. How are we gonna do this? We cannot leave it in the snow. Tell me you have a plan.
I don't know what to say to Tim. He will panic!
I knew you were talking about me. What is happening?
Tim, I need you to stay calm. But it's a polar palm emergency.
I will donate my pants to help cover the palm trees.
Marcel, that's not necessary. Yet.
Democrats control the weather. Should I call them?
My pants and shorts could save the palm trees.
I'm going out in the cold, but taking the pets too.
Why is it so cold this year?
Because the color of the year is Pantone Cloud Dancer.
Isn't Pantone a desert?
It's a color, Marcel. Put some clothes on.
I'm freezing. Let's get into one of the palm tree boxes.
Great idea. But first, a word from our new sponsor of the channel.
Pantone's Cloud Dancer, the color of the year. A white so pure you feel unworthy. A white so intentional it refuses warmth.
Because in a world of chaos, the future is pale. Pantone Cloud Dancer, white, elevated, untouchable.
Color was an option. This is destiny.
Who knew being in a palm protection box could be so much fun? Cheers to that.
To cozy absurdity.
And I brought 2 bottles of river gin.
Hi everyone, it's Tim. Welcome back to my garden. It is cold out. It is winter. It is almost the middle of December. Not quite there, but yeah. Just like last year, we're having this weird cold polar vortex thing come in at this point in December, which is very unusual. Usually our Decembers in New York are fairly mild. Then January hits, then always the end of January, beginning of February, it's just brutal cold. We are getting that weather tonight. They are predicting here it could be 7, 6, 5 degrees Fahrenheit, which could be minus 13, minus 15 degrees Celsius, which is really harsh for this time of year. And of course, I've got all my palm boxes here, and everything is working just fine right now, but I just got to keep that working all through the night tonight. And then it warms up a little bit. We get out of the single digits in Fahrenheit, which I hate. I am going to do quite a few things today because I want to ensure everything gets through the night. So anywhere I see a seam that there's a big crack going on, I'm going to tape that up with Tyvek tape, which is important if you do it. If I see any hole from like last year where the bird was tearing up my foam boards, I'm going to fix that. And then I have a lot of moving blankets from when I moved over 10 years ago, and I'm going to put those over some of the plastic or the polycarbonate on some of my palm structures where I'm letting light in, just to reduce the fact that it loses heat through that polycarbonate or the plastic. And I'm hoping by doing that, it will get me through the night just fine. Last year, the cold weather caught me off guard, and I lost some bougainvilleas that had made it through the winter the year before. And I don't want to have anything happen tonight, so I am going to work hard today and get things ready. I hope you enjoyed my soap opera video at the beginning. If you're looking for it, it's not at the end this week, it's at the very beginning. I like making fun of myself, and I'm having a lot of fun with AI, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. But let's get right into the garden. Monkey puzzle. It's actually, all this is a tarp, and it's, as you can see, there's light coming through the tarp, but it is amazing how warm it is even in here, just sticking my head in, and I've got it open on this one side. I'm really happy with this little endeavor. And it's above freezing right now, which is why I have that open. Monkey puzzles can handle below freezing. It's just that we're having another record low Tuesday night or Monday night, and I don't want to uncover it till after that. But I'm doing just a little welfare check on things, and so far everything's been good. And what I do is, if you look at this, I'm going to tape this area before Monday night when it's so cold, but I can kind of open it up and look in here, and this is a Washingtonia, and it is perfectly fine. It's in good shape. But I'm just checking on things, just making sure everything's working and good, and I'm going to do some more taping around before the next big freeze out here. But thank God it's above freezing today, because that was just horrible on Thursday night, Friday morning. So here you can see I had to add on to this very tall Washingtonia, and I'm just doing the gaps that I can see here just to stop in between. And sometimes the tieback doesn't stick very well, but usually it does pretty good. And when I see gaps like this, but it's just on the wood, I'm not so worried about it because it's not really a cold gap. But when I can see light through it at night, which is a good thing to see the lights are on in it, I just need to tape up that better. Here's the inside. You can see the PVC. There's actually some really warm air coming out of this because it's been heating up in the sun. And it's got a temperature controller down there somewhere, way down there. So all is good so far with this one. So I'm going to close it up and put the moving blanket on top. It is not going to rain or anything tonight, so it's perfectly fine to keep the cold in today and tonight. So here you can see I've got blankets over the top, and I have to go out and adjust the one because the wind has already blown it off track. And over here I have it on the front of that one that has the polycarbonate right below me here. I wish I had temperature gauges for every single palm, but I have, I think, 23 or 24 palm trees outside. So I don't have them all, but if I have these in various places, I get a pretty good idea of what's going on out there. And luckily, all of the palm boxes stayed above freezing, and I'm going to do some welfare checks on them as well as soon as it gets above freezing. Everything made it through the night just fine. I can't believe it. It actually went down to 6 Fahrenheit, which is about, I believe, almost minus 15 Celsius, maybe 14 Celsius, something, but yeah, minus. So yeah, really, really cold. It's much, much better now. This is the afternoon now. I had to get up early and drive one of my friends to JFK this morning, and it was single digits Fahrenheit all morning when we were driving there, and on the way back it warmed up. I wanted to talk a little bit about, several of you have asked me in a lot of private messages why I cover some of my palms completely and some of them I have a polycarbonate plastic in front. And the honest answer is they do not need sunlight in the wintertime. Especially the Trachycarpus, the Washingtonia Robustas, the Pindo palms, the Batillas, they go dormant. As soon as it drops below, I think 55 degrees, they're starting to go into their dormancy phase. They do not need sunlight. The only reason, well, actually 2 reasons. The reason I have my Chilean wine palm, and you're going to see with the plastic here, is because I did not know how to take care of it. I got it in October in the mail, and it was too big to keep inside. So I put it outside, and I wanted to give it every chance possible. And now that I've done that for more than several years, like 3 years, 4 years, I don't want to rock the boat. Everything is working. So it's probably growing in the wintertime because it does heat up in there. Even when I ventilate the top, it gets heated. It heats up to about 70 something degrees. If I don't open the top, it'll shoot right up into the upper 80s, which I don't want to do because I don't want the moisture in there. And then, as I showed you, I put all of this on. Yes, there is plastic exposed here, but this little bit helped retain the heat last night in there because I was monitoring where this was. And the lowest this got was 35 degrees inside, and that is right up against the glass, not even right near the palm tree. I put it in the coldest possible spot so that I could monitor what was going on. So that is the reason. I have I have 3 Phoenix dactyliferas that I have done the same plastic configuration, trying to give them a little heat so that maybe they grow in the winter. I have been successful so far. I was very successful with my sad Canary Island date palm, doing that for many, many years until I transplanted it and it just went south. The transplant killed it, not going dormant in the winter. So if you don't have the time to come out and open these up every day and ventilate them and all that, I would definitely cover them completely. A lot of you follow Jose in New Jersey. He goes out and opens the doors to all of his because he's home, he can do that. But if you can't do that every day, you do not want to have a plastic front or a polycarbonate front. You want to completely enclose them, let them go dormant, and then kind of forget about them other than checking the temps and making sure the lights are working or the heating cable or whatever you're using is working. But yeah, when you have a plastic or polycarbonate front, it is more work because you have to manage that daily. Tomorrow, if the sun's out, I don't care if it's freezing out here, this will heat up. I have to ventilate it on the top. If I'm not going to be home for a couple of days, I would definitely cover it up like this and let it just be without any light in there because otherwise it's going to heat up way too much and you're going to have too much moisture in there. But everything survived. Everything worked. That's the main thing. Last week when it dipped down almost as low and I had that extension cord go out, that was almost a disaster. It looks like everything is fine. We will see in the spring when I open everything up. But I checked everything and it looked fine. Everything looked good. I don't think it was too cold too long. It is cold out, but it is above freezing, thank God. And I thought I would just take a look do a welfare check on my tree fern here. And I'm just looking at the bottom, deciding if I should put some more dirt up against it. But let's open it up and see how it's doing. Of course, it starts snowing right now, and I just saw some snow flurries while I'm checking on this. And there is still green in here. So I'm pretty happy with this, especially considering we were 5 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 15 degrees Celsius. So it's so far so good. I'm gonna water it. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to, and then close it back up. So I'm feeling a little bit, I was worried about this, but let's be happy for the moment. I've put bows on the tops of the agave boxes out here to try to disguise what they are, but I've got bricks, but here you can see everything's looking pretty good in there. Let's look over here. Pretty good, not bad. Dripping when I lift the thing. Need to air that out a little bit. But yeah, it's working. Christmas tree is going up. A long ways to go on this. Many of my orchids are getting ready to bloom. Palms are lined up in front of the window. My Cuban Royal has a lot of new growth on it. And that's basically what's happening this week. It's a short video because it is Wednesday and I'm finishing this up because I am flying to Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow to see my parents. And I'm hoping, if I can, last time I was there were Trachycarpus everywhere, which was not happening when I was growing up in Atlanta. So that is a new thing, but I am hoping to maybe even go to the botanical gardens there. We will see. It all kind of depends on what my parents are doing. I won't have a car. I'm kind of, I feel like a child stuck with them. So I have to see what I can talk them into in that. But I hope everyone has a great week, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the soap opera this week, because I had a lot of fun making it. It made me laugh.